I'm now going to show you how to read data if it is in a DAT file. So a DAT file would contain data that's already been formatted. So if I've got a double value, it's saved as a double, and if I've got an integer, it's saved as an integer, and strings are saved as strings. So it's not like in a CSV or TXT file where all the data is saved in string values. So for instance, if something is in a text file and I've got a number in a text file, I've got to read it as a text value and then convert it to a number. But when I've got DAT files, the data is saved in the correct format. So it's if you have that sort of data, then this is how you must read it. Okay, so I've got two classes that I import: ObjectInputStream and FileInputStream. FileInputStream would simply maintain the name of the file, the location of the file, where is the file and what it's called, to make sure that when I read the data, it's reading the right data, so it goes to the right place in the hard drive to pick up the correct file and then read that one. So that is why I've got the FileInputStream. So now I've also got the ObjectInputStream that will actually do the reading in the place that's maintained by the FileInputStream. So I've got ObjectInputStream, my file, and you can see again I've got here by FileInputStream I've got a checked exception, so I've got to do all of this inside my try and catch. Okay, I'm doing my while loop also in the try catch, and what I'm doing is I'm saying for as long as my in stream, which is my ObjectInputStream, the object of the ObjectInputStream in stream, and then that looks at my file. So as long as I haven't got a null when I try to read, then continue reading. But if I read and I've got a null, then stop. Okay, so here I've got in the file I've got a double value, and then I've got an int value, and then I've got a string value, and then I've got a string value. So I've got to know about the file that the data is stored as a double, then an int, then a string, then a string, double, and then int, and then string, and then string, and then double, and then int, and then string, and then string. I'm going to read it like that. I'm going to read a double and put it into a variable that is a double. So you'll see I've got a double array, and I've got a count here. Okay, and then I read an integer and I put it into an integer variable, and then I've got a string and I put that into a string variable. And then I've got again another string, and I put that also into a string variable. And I use these empty arrays with the index of count, and I'm just going to do here count plus plus. So every time that I've read a set of data, so I've read a set of data, that set belongs to one record. That is when I then increment my count. So if count was 0, I've saved everything to array ticket price 0 and array available seat 0, etc. So now I make the count 1. Okay, and now I'm going to read the next set of data, and I'm going to put it into ticket sales 1, and then next in read int and put it into available seats 1, and I'm going to read the next string and put it into movies 1, and I'm going to read the next string and put it into days 1. You see, as simple as that, because now I'm going to make counter 2. And it's going to continue like that. If I come to this particular, the last read, and that is the last read in the file, then I will get null if there's nothing more to read. And that is why I check on the in stream if it's not null. And I'm going to stop if I get a null. And then I've got my exception, and here at the end I just print the arrays that I've been building in my while loop, and that's all. It's extremely simple.